Good morning, Southern California, AM 1220 KHTS. This is your host, Fred Arnold, on the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. I'm here with Jacqueline McKnelly. Did I get that right?
That's right.
Just,
That's
yep,
perfect.
I got that
Like
pronounced
jelly.
right. Yep, I love it. Red Dragon Web Design. We're going to talk a little bit about designing your website and a little bit about yourself. Tell us about Red Dragon. What was the inspiration behind your name?
Thank you, Fred. It's actually a red dragonfly, and a lot of you know dragonflies in different cultures mean different symbols. And so, for example, in the Japanese culture, it means prosperous, happiness, strength, and courage. So much so that the samurai folks put the dragonfly as their symbol for power, agility, and victory. The Chinese actually have the dragonfly mean prosperity, harmony, and they use it as a good luck charm. And then finally, the Native Americans use it for purity and for happiness. And so it's all about change, and that's part of my passion, is helping business owners and entrepreneurs change their website and make it better, get it to the next level.
Yeah, and change is very interesting because a lot of us start with smaller websites, maybe more basic websites. So when we're looking to go to a consultant like yours, okay, we're ready. We have a little more financial dollars, if you will, to start that.
Right.
What's the goal of most businesses when it comes to a website, other than just a business card?
Great question. We perform what's called a needs analysis to really dig into that. We find out, what's the purpose of your website? Is it supposed to be informational? Are you trying to lend credibility to your viewers, to the visitors to your website? A lot of times they're just answering bids, and the people they're working with want to make sure that they're a viable, credible, accountable company. And so websites are a good place to put their accolades and their customer testimonials. Conversely, if it's not an informational website, it could be something where they want to sell their widgets, their product. And so they would use a shopping cart, or it would be what I call e-commerce. And I use those terms back and forth. Thirdly, the third reason and purpose of most websites is if you have a portfolio that you want to demonstrate. A good example of that would be realtors. They have a portfolio of housing inventory that they want their website visitors to view. If you are a photographer and you have different photos, you might focus on headshots or nature. And so this is a way for you to display your work.
Yeah, and so 3 different purposes. Let's talk about the design, because this is the one part. It's the process of doing a big project like redesigning your website, and it seems for us, most entrepreneurs, a big project. Well, at first, when an entrepreneur wants to change it, he thinks it's simple and easy, but it actually is quite a process.
It is quite a process. And so I've developed, and I have this process, and this is one of our unique differentiators. What we do is we first define your goals and the purpose, and we ask you a boatload of questions up front, so we really get to know your business and your needs. Do you have a mission statement? Do you have a purpose? Tell us about your leadership team. Do you have strategic partners? So that we can highlight all of these things on your website. We can put up bios. Are you trying to sell widgets? Are you just trying to make it informational?
And I think that's really important, that we really define what we want to be in there, because it is an extension of you when you can't speak for yourself. It's your personality online, and when it's done right and professionally, people go, okay, I get to know these individuals. Let's talk about the development side.
Okay, very good. On the development side of the process, we sit with you and we work on your design. And we understand the personality. What is the theme of your business? Do you have existing logos? Do you have existing color schemes? Depending on how you answered the business questions about who your customer is, are you selling to consumers or are you selling to businesses? Are you a professional? That will dictate a certain color and a tonality of the website. Are you selling to teenagers? The colors, we might make it more whimsical. Are you a green company? Are you eco-friendly? Then it might take on a green look. And so a lot of those questions and answers that you give us as far as who are your customers really play in, and your brand of your logo and your personality, we try to incorporate all of those elements and bring it forth in the website. So
you define what you want, and then you look at kind of the character of the organization, and then you look at building this. And this is one of the biggest challenges for entrepreneurs, is they have all these ideas in their head. but it's hard to get that process and get that information to you, the designer, to design it.
Right. A lot of times that's where the process is frozen. The people, they look at it as, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to do first. And we're very good at project managing the project. And so we break it into small, manageable, weekly tasks. And so we assign homework assignments, if you will. We say, okay, today, this week, we're only going to focus on your bios. Give us all your leadership team and or your board of directors. Give us their headshots. Give us information about them. Next week, we're going to focus on your services. You know.
So I want to ask you about that, because that seems, when we designed our system, that was where we got challenged in most cases. Do you have writers that actually could start writing stuff right then and there, or interview your team, so in case that information is not developed?
If it's not developed, we can certainly interview the team, go out, and we'll look at different print material. If perhaps you've written it in a brochure. If you have it in a video content, we'll take those video clips as well, because video is wonderful right now for websites. It keeps the visitors sticky. We call sticky customers. But we do have writers. We have content writers. We have copywriters. We have people that we can go to help.
Yep, help you get through
assist.
that. And then there's the launch.
The launch is us helping you get your domain name, helping you choose that process, because that's a process in itself. And then we host it. We have a hosting company, and we put it out to the World Wide Web.
Love it.
We're testing it as well on all the different browsers and the different...
Looking for holes in it, looking for challenges, looking for gaps.
Right, because we make sure it's quality so that it goes across all the different platforms, like your smartphones now. That's really key. And
the last thing you do, and we'll touch upon, is optimizing. You want to optimize, which means you need to review it 3 months later, 6 months later, a year later, and then at least every so often. How often do you recommend people to review their website?
I try to review it every month. So because your content should be changing every single month. You need to keep those Google bots happy. So we help you, and that's our maintenance piece. That leads right into the very last step 6, where we maintain it for you. We help you keep the content fresh. We'll add new videos. We'll make ads, moves, and changes. Give your website a fresh look. So we're not just for small businesses. We're also for small, medium-sized businesses that want to give their website a fresh look.
Yeah, or just a second look. And so if someone wants to get a second look or a fresh look from you, Jacqueline, how can they reach out to you?
They can reach us at our website, which is www.reddragonflyweb.com. And they can call us on our cell, 661 area code 600-2248, or even by email at Jackie, and that's spelled traditionally Jackie.
IE, that's important.
IE at reddragonflyweb.com.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much, Brett. It's been great. Thank you.
Absolutely. Red Dragonfly Web Design.
Perfect.
You've been listening to and watching online this edition of the Santa Cruz Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight on AM 1220 KHTS.